Paul in Woodinville, Washington. Hey, Paul, what's up?
You know, Tom, the thing about Bernie Sanders is that, and the whole socialism, well, there's a couple of things here. Other than the definition of socialism that's getting tossed around is not accurate. I'll give you the one sentence. I maybe have said this before, but socialism is public ownership of productive gain and reinvestment of that gain into public programs and projects. So there's nothing unconstitutional about using our taxes in a different way, and it's not socialism.
No, public ownership of the means of production and supply is that you know, to the best of my knowledge, nobody's advocating that. I mean, nobody says that the government should own Koch Industries, or the government should own ExxonMobil, or the government should own General Motors. Well, I thought your definition of socialism, the way that you just said it, implied that.
No, yes. Well, it's public ownership of productive gain. We have that going on in this country already. I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. The Green Bay Packers are owned by the city of Green Bay. To the extent that the profits of that football team are invested into the city of Green Bay, that's socialism.
Right, but they're the exception in the entire league. Every other single team is owned by a billionaire.
Right, but I'm saying that a public option in almost anything. Well, let's put it this way: utilities. You know, if we were to, in fact, that's done in Alaska and in
public utilities provide about half of all the electricity in the United States, publicly owned, government-owned utilities. But see, that's one of those areas where you have an argument about where's the commons begin and end. And I come down on the side of electricity as part of the commons because it's a natural monopoly. And others say, no, that should be a private marketplace. But that's a completely different argument.
Okay, but let's move on from the definition because
we're arguing about how many angels can dance on the head of a pin here.
Right, and my answer is always bring me the pin, show me the angel.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so, but the thing is, it's like to say, Bernie Sanders is a socialist. This is getting to be weird. It's like saying that Barack Obama is a Muslim.
Well, that was my point. That was the joke. That was the joke that I made earlier when the guy said it. I said, this sounds to me like the same kind of thing as people who are saying Obama's a secret Muslim to say, Bernie's a secret communist.
And say, well, but so what if he is? So what if the president's a Muslim? It's like these days, unless you say, I am a God-fearing Christian and free market capitalist. Now, anybody would say that at a party, but if you were to say you're a socialist, it's about the same as saying you're an atheist or you're a Muslim or any other religion that's not Christian.
Well,
so it's this. Yeah, it's this labeling that somehow over the past 100 and some years has become, that's bad. Whereas I'm going to remind people of what Oliver Wendell Holmes said in his dissent in the Lochner case. He said, the Constitution is not designed to embody any particular economic theory. It doesn't. Even if it was socialist, it's not unconstitutional. We can decide what to do with our taxes, and that's for the last caller saying, how are we going to pay for it? Well, let's look at it this way. It's not all government spending, but we spend $2.9 trillion a year on health care.
Right.
So are we trying to say that we couldn't possibly do better than that?
Yeah.
And that's 40% more than the next most
expensive country.
The next nation that spends per capita spends the most money. That's Norway. Spends 40% less than we do, and Norway has medical coverage cradle to grave.
Right, and the best gold-plated policies in the world. I mean, Norway has, because they've got their permanent fund. It's an incredibly rich country. Paul, thank you for the call. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here, and please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.